Hello, welcome back. I'm Statman Dave, and this is the Chelsea versus Manchester United preview. How Mourinho should set up to beat Chelsea. Of course, make sure to like that goddamn video and subscribe if you are new. But without further ado, let's get on to those expected 11s. First up, Chelsea expect them to set up in the 4-3-3 with their strongest lineup. Sarri's kind of been consistent with his selection. The only injury problem for them is Rudiger, who withdrew from the Germany squad during the international break, but expect him to be back in the lineup. If he's not in there, get into the comments, Chelsea fans. Who would you put in to replace Rudiger at centre-half? Moving to Manchester United, expect Mourinho to go for his top 6 big game team that's going to have physicality and work rate in central midfield. The 4-3-3 with Fellaini holding and Herrera and Paul Pogba. Again, Alexis Sanchez probably going to start on that right-hand side, but United's injury problems come from Nemanja Matic and Luke Shaw, who pulled out of the England and Serbia squads again during the international break. Both have ankle injuries, but expect both of them to start. So let's move on to Chelsea. Chelsea have been fantastic this season and currently sit top of the Premier League. Who would have thought that? Chelsea bought Sarri and Jorginho from Napoli, and they've completely changed their style of football. A possession-based positional system using fuego de possession to move teams about. Chelsea set up with the ball in a 2-3-2-3 formation, or the old school WW. Looking to positionally adapt when players move. For example, Eden Hazard would drop from that left wing. Ross Barkley would make the width and pull out into a channel. Positionally broken down across the pitch has allowed Chelsea to really pull teams apart. But also their pressing has been fantastic this season. Take the first goal that they scored against Southampton. Again, building up in their great possession shape. The shape as well with possession de fuego allows you to press very quickly. You're in a compact system, and you see from that first goal that Chelsea lose possession, then Ross Barkley wins it back in that final third, simple through ball, Hazard one touch and finish. When Chelsea are on the ball, they like to move in between your lines. They look for little layoffs from the target man and then look to work those opportunities to switch the play or look for through balls. A simple move would be, one of the centre halves playing to Olivier Giroud's feet, a layoff to Jorginho, then Jorginho switching it out. Chelsea into that final third looking to combine, get crossed into the box or through balls, scoring goals in the process. Of course, we're going to talk about Eden Hazard. He's been the Premier League's best player this season. He's got 7 goals and 3 assists in just 8 games. What I like this season with Hazard is he's shooting more. He's not taking as many touches in the penalty area as last season. It's almost 2-touch. He'll receive it and then he'll finish. His goal against Southampton was very much that. But his assist was in a similar way, where he received it, took one touch and played a great through ball, with Morata providing the finish. But the stats are quite interesting. Over his Premier League career with Chelsea, he averages 2.1 shots per game. This season, 2.9. But more importantly, he's averaging 2 shots per game inside that penalty area. So it'll be a big danger against Manchester United. Let's move on to Jorginho. Jorginho is the linchpin of this side, a regista at defensive midfield. If you want to know more about what a regista is, why not check out this video? Pretty much Jorginho allows Chelsea to play this great style of football. Another key guy on the side as well is David Luiz, brilliant with the ball at his back. You've got to watch those long raking passes to either wing with the runs in behind. That's what Chelsea have done this season. The game against Southampton happened a few times, and again, Willian had a really good chance against Liverpool with a similar move over the top. So again, United need to be aware of David Luiz deep in defence. But the big thing for Manchester United is if their shape is the same as it was against Newcastle United in that first 20 minutes, Chelsea will simply tear them apart. Too much space in between their lines. Man United need to be disciplined, compact and defensively sound if they're going to get anything against Chelsea, because Chelsea this season have been scoring goals for fun. So let's move on of how to stop Chelsea. First up, Eden Hazard. Mourinho previously has man-marked Eden Hazard. That isn't the right thing to do in this game. Eden Hazard in Sarri's Chelsea plays a free role. He drifts into midfield, he plays left, he plays right, he plays number 10, he plays wherever. Having a man-mark in that system is going to pull your shape out of position, something Man United don't need to do. What they need to do, again, against Eden Hazard, is get bodies around the ball. Don't be too aggressive, but if he gets ahead of steam, commit that foul. Maybe a back 3 could be a good option for Manchester United. Having an extra defender at the back of Eden Hazard bypasses one of the centre-halves, you got another one going out there. With these extra bodies around the ball, Manchester United can slow Eden Hazard down, and that's what you want to do. When he's making the quick decisions this season, he's usually scoring goals and getting assists. Let's move on to Jorginho, because there's a number of different approaches United could take. First up, it's the Marouane Fellaini man-marking job. We're not man-marking Hazard this game, we're man-marking Jorginho. Marouane Fellaini is a horrible player to play against. We saw in the Europa League final against Ajax a few seasons ago, Marouane Fellaini did a similar job on Lasse Schöne, where he stuck to him. He basically looked as an aerial option to play over the Ajax press to allow Man United to get into the final third. Could work quite well. Marouane Fellaini is an attacking midfielder, man-marking Jorginho. Alternatively, you could take the approach that Southampton sort of half took. in a 3-4-3, sitting deep in a 5-4-1, allowing Jorginho the ball around the pitch. This is a little bit dangerous. It means that you give him the freedom of the park. You kind of don't want to do that. You want to break up his rhythm. Times when Jorginho really struggled last season in Serie A was when teams harried him and pressed him and then looked to break on him, which is the third alternative of what Man United should do. That's play a 4-4-1-1 with Sanchez off Romelu Lukaku. One game that Jorginho really struggled in last season was against Juventus at home. They had 68% possession, 21 shots, but only 6 on target. But the big problem was on the counter-attack. The only goal of the game was created by a great Dybala run from a deep area. He completely bypassed Jorginho, dribbled past him, combined with Costa. Costa assisted Higuain, goal time. But if you're thinking Alexis Sanchez in that position, yes, he can pressurise him in certain areas. Lukaku and Sanchez can drop off and almost double man mark him out of possession like Juve did in that game, but also on the counter-attack. Jorginho is a good player when he's pressing and he's looking to win the ball high up the pitch, but he's not very good 1v1 in the dribble situation. So Sanchez can isolate him 1v1, bypass him, you're at the Chelsea back two centre-halves. You're looking at Lukaku and Sanchez combined in those areas, there's only going to be one winner. So Man United need to set up in a 4-4-1-1, arguably the French model, and also put a midfielder out wide. So the midfield 4, Antony, Martial on the left, Paul Pogba in midfield with Herrera and Fred maybe playing on the wing. As well, you're going to put Delo at fullback, but we all know that should be happening. You want to see more on Delo as a scout report right here. Let's move on, though, to how Man United should exploit Chelsea and Sarri. Sarri's teams are very compact. So what you want to do is you want to open up the pitch when you've got the ball and get a bit of width in the play. Southampton did it quite well last weekend. They lost 3-0, but they created a number of really good opportunities. Danny Ings probably should have scored, but we'll talk about him a little bit later on. So the first example of how Southampton really unlocked Chelsea last weekend was when they were playing the ball long from right back. Gabbiadini making a move from inside to out, moving from a central area to run in behind Alonso. The ball was clipped by Cedric down the touchline. Gabbiadini grabbed the ball, he recycled it through Højbjerg. In this situation, Chelsea's block is really, really poor. There's a lot of space for a central midfielder, maybe a Paul Pogba, to play a pass. Højbjerg got his head up, looked to clip a ball over the top for Gabbiadini, who again completely lost Alonso. Alonso didn't track him from the central run out wide, and he also didn't track from a deep run inside, completely losing him. David Luiz did come on the cover and head the ball away. The Højbjerg ball was a little bit off. You're thinking Paul Pogba, if he can get into that situation in the Chelsea half, has got that range of passing. Pogba loves that pass over the top. He likes to be direct when he's dictating the play as a deep line playmaker. If you want to see more on Pogba as a deep line playmaker, check out this video. Lots of links today, lots of videos that you guys need to check out. Make sure to turn that notification bell on as well so you don't miss any of the content. I don't know what YouTube is doing right now. But in terms of that movement, either Sanchez or Lukaku can make that run from a central area in behind Alonso and then link up and allow Pogba to dictate from number 6. Let's move on to the second example of getting wide and creating versus Chelsea. This time it came down the left-hand side, but there was some good combination play from Southampton playing through the press. Southampton's central defender Hoot played a central ball into the striker's feet. They bounced it off to the fullback. Bertrand had a little bit of space. He'd also coaxed Azpilicueta out of position, again opening up massive space in behind the fullbacks by playing wide. The ball was played into the channel. Bertrand made the underlap. No Chelsea player tracked. Again, from that pressing situation, it's difficult to recover to a deep defensive block. A little bit of interplay. Bertrand is out wide. Great ball to the back post in between the centre-half and the outside fullback, and Danny Ings misses from about 2 yards. But in terms of Manchester United, again, could play that play if Sanchez comes from attacking midfield to drop, to then to lay off to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw with a little 1-2 with Antony Martial, and then Lukaku at that back post, the area where he loves scoring goals. United need to work that a little bit more, but also cutbacks. Southampton create a number of really good opportunities from wide areas for cutbacks. I've spoke about this so many times. Arsenal created 5 chances in the first half against Chelsea from simply getting the ball wide on that right or the left, cutbacks, and then scoring. The situation comes here where if you switch the play against Chelsea, when they've been pressing, Jorginho has to come over to help the fullback out, which opens up massive space. If you run their centre-backs back towards their goal, the space opens up around the penalty spot. It happens time and time again. Man United need to exploit either hitting the back post from that first situation or alternatively the cutbacks in that second situation. So guys, get into the comments below. Can Mourinho beat Sarri? Will Mourinho get sacked? Are Man United going to explode? There's lots of questions, so get in the comments below and join the debate. Like that goddamn video, subscribe if you're new. I've been Statman Dave. See you guys later. If you've enjoyed this video, why not check out Can Chelsea win the Premier League? Or alternatively, I've pushed it before, I'm going to push it again. It's the Callum Hudson-Odoi Scout Report.